big part of what we've done by moving to Kubernetes, by integrating Fairwinds, by tying that into our PagerDuty setup, is really geared around self-service for all of our application teams. That's great from the engineering side because they're quick, they can run fast, they don't get bottlenecked on platform teams. But fundamentally, it's actually a shift in how we do business. And so for us to be able to say, this application team, this service, this product feature has a specific cost and put a learning around that is what helps us to know what we're doing in this business and where we need to focus and where we need to change what our investments are.
We practice a full service ownership model here, but we've realized that doesn't mean that you have to understand everything. You just need to ship and own your thing. And if we can use tools like Fairwinds and PagerDuty, of course, to just make all of that simpler so they don't have to worry about those other things, then that's just great. People can have focus on the important things.
With Fairwinds in specific, we got the cost analysis, we get the security alerts, we get honestly one of the biggest things we get is actually that pane of glass, that dashboard that is easy for our application teams to be able to see what's going on, to log in and have something there versus using some of the more complex tools the platform teams are typically more familiar with that you'd have to dive into to make all that happen. That ease of use, that reducing friction is been absolutely key for us. Because it's a lot as the industry has kind of shifted to put onto application teams who don't necessarily have the same level of experience on the platform side. So Fairwinds really makes that easy and accessible.
We practice a full service ownership model here, but we've realized that doesn't mean that you have to understand everything. You just need to ship and own your thing. And if we can use tools like Fairwinds and PagerDuty, of course, to just make all of that simpler so they don't have to worry about those other things, then that's just great. People can have focus on the important things. One of the big things that we monitor on that's important to kind of solve at an organizational level are things like security and compliance requirements, standards that we have to have in place for every team. We don't necessarily want teams to have to know about that, but we want to make it easy to do the right thing without blocking them. So we use insights and admission controllers and a lot of the reporting just to kind of manage all of that on our end. And then even do the entire life cycle through to PagerDuty and alert teams if they're doing something that's out of what we're supposed to be doing.
Here is a quick tour of Fairwinds Insights, a Kubernetes governance platform. You can benefit by making Kubernetes secure and compliant, accurately measure costs, and enable your developers all in one platform. We're going to move quick through this today. But when you log in, you see a high-level overview of your organization, the clusters in it, and overall health score and top issues. When you click into one of these, you'll get presented with an overview of that cluster. So when action items were introduced, we are prioritizing those for you and tracking that health score over time. Now, where's this all coming from? We have a large number of open source projects that are integrated here and operationalized at scale, including Polaris, Fairwinds open source, checking for common misconfigurations. We're looking for out-of-date Helm charts, deprecated APIs, as well as getting resource requests and limits just right, all with Fairwinds open source. But we also pull in Trivy, KubeBench, KubeHunter, KubeSec, and OPA. We have OPA support for Rego policies that you want to custom write. It's become a default standard in the industry. So that all rolls up into a bunch of action items that then you can see prioritized issues within your cluster. And you can click into any one of these issues and it's going to show you both what's wrong as well as how to go about fixing it. So you don't have to be a senior Kubernetes engineer to address it. Now, if things are already broken in production, it's too late. So we have integration in the CI/CD pipeline as well as in the admission controller level. Here, an engineer is trying to push some things that are inappropriately configured. Circle CI is passing the test. Fairwinds Insights is killing it. So you can click details, log in, see what the issue is, how to go about fixing it, so you can shift this left to your engineers to tackle improving the workloads, the security, the vulnerabilities, the reliability, all within the cluster. A few more things I'm going to show. We do have compliance reports for different standards of compliance. There's automation, so you can click things out to a Jira ticket, write custom policy, etc. And finally, we're going to go into the cost overview. So in this dashboard, we break down different workloads, what they're costing you overall, and we give you suggestions based on these things. We're actually tracking the usage over time and making recommendations accordingly. You can choose your quality of service and get cost recommendations appropriately. And that's Fairwinds Insights. There's a lot more here. Take a look. If you want to talk to the sales team about it, we're happy to activate a free trial and see if this is something that meets your needs. Thank you.